say the main argument they would say is like that Jesus was in the mind of God, like what we talked about earlier. He was in the thought of in the thought, the mind
No,
of
well,
God.
then why didn't he say that the disciples were there alongside of God because they're in the might of God? That ain't going to work.
Yeah, that's
He
not.
could have then said the glory they had with you alongside of you if he meant in the mind because they were in the mind of God too, right?
That's right,
So why didn't he say that about them?
because he wasn't alongside with
They weren't,
the Father. They weren't. Yeah, they weren't
because
alongside.
you said he wasn't. No, they weren't. Don't make a mistake.
Okay.
But you're telling me they're going to say it means in the mind of God. Well, that means they were alongside of God if it meant in his mind. So why didn't he say that?
Hmm.
So why didn't he say that if he meant in the mind? Because they were in the mind of God. We were all in God's mind, right?
Right.
So why didn't he say, I gave them the glory that you gave me, the glory they had with you before the world was? Because all that would have meant is that they were in the mind of God like Jesus was. So why didn't he say that of them? If it meant in the mind of, because they are in the mind of God.
Yes. No different.
But he didn't say that about them, right?
Right.
But he said it about himself. So how can it mean in the mind of God? And then you didn't understand the point I made. If Jesus said, now glorify me with you, that's not God in God's mind. That means actually being glorified next to God, right?
Right.
So then how can the second part be simply in the mind? How
Because
can one be actual, glorify me with you? That's actual glorification because he's going to be actually there in heaven glorified as an actual person. But the second part, with the glory I had alongside it before the world, no, that's just in the mind. How can one be actual, the other no, just metaphorical? What are you guys talking about?
it's not consistent.
Exactly.
Hmm.
That's the point you're supposed to make.
Hmm.
Do you understand the point or no?
Understand it. Understand the
Okay,
point.
that's how you destroy this objection.
Hmm.